You're listening to Honestly Aging by VigRHealth, a podcast where we explore what it's like getting older, the peaks, the valleys, and everything in between. In this season of Honestly Aging by VigRHealth, we're covering topics related to solo aging. I'm your host, Cheryl Proska. Let's grow old together. On today's episode, I'm joined by Kristin Swanick. Kristin is currently the marketing manager for Amramp in the tri-state area. Amramp is a local accessibility product and service company with over 22 years of experience providing individuals and families with solutions to age in place successfully. Kristin has spent over 25 years working in the healthcare arena with a focus on accessibility, diagnostics, and pharmaceuticals. Kristin graduated from Thomas Jefferson University with a BS in Diagnostic Imaging and is chasing her master's in Dynamics of Organization from the University of Pennsylvania. For the past 6 years, Kristin has worked with aging adults, people with disabilities, people with mobility challenges, and healthcare professionals and organizations. Kristin is passionate about the ADA and accessibility for all. She is also CAPS certified, which means Certified Aging in Place Specialist. Kristin has an amazing husband and 3 even more amazing children. She also has an 82-year-old mother with mobility challenges she has been helping age in place successfully. They all keep her connected and grounded. Kristin, welcome. Thank you for being here. How are you?
Thank you. I am good. I'm excited to be here to talk to you all about aging in place and accessibility. Thank you for having me.
And it is our pleasure to have you with us today. So, Kristin, you are joining me to discuss topics related to accessibility, aging in place, home modifications, and more. Could you start by explaining what aging in place is and how a certified aging in place specialist like you can help?
Sure. Aging in place is a term that means the ability to live in one's own home as you age, as you get older, and the ability to do that by staying safe and independent and comfortable. Studies do show that about 90% of people over the age of 65 want to stay in their own home as they age. And there are people that are called certified aging and life specialists. And these are people that are trained and knowledgeable about the unique needs of the older adult population. And they are knowledgeable about aging in place modifications and common barriers that people that are aging face every day.
And at Friends Life Care, we're a continuing care at home membership program. And one of our main focus areas is very similar to what your passions are about keeping people safe and independent and comfortable where they really want to be, which is in their home. So I too share your passion. So that's why I'm exceptionally excited to be speaking with you.
Yes, that's it's a good mission. It really is. People do want to stay safe at home. So
absolutely
excited.
So how might someone prepare their home to age in place?
So there's many things that people can do to start to get their home ready to age in place successfully. So let's just start with outside the home and kind of talk about that first. Many homes have steps, and steps can be a huge challenge when somebody has mobility challenges. For instance, we just did a modular ramp for a vet who had one step, and he was not able to get out of his house for a few months. You just don't realize what a challenge that can be. So one solution is a modular ramp. A modular ramp is a ramp that is modular. It goes together like an erector set. It is customizable to people's homes. And it is designed and installed based on the ramp user's ability, how high the steps are, and the design of the property. So those are things that we need to take in consideration. And then we try to stay close to what ADA recommends for a ramp. And that is because what they recommend will give you an incline that is good for somebody with mobility challenges. So we try to stay close to ADA. And 3 top features to look for in a modular ramp are that it's steel, because that's a very strong material, that it has an open mesh design, and that it has a slip-proof coating on it, helps reduce falling, and that it's fireproof. God forbid you ever had to get out in a fire. So that's one very important home modification that you can do. There is also portable ramps, which is a ramp which is like a suitcase style ramp that you could use to get in and out of your house. And that really is good for like 1 step or 2 steps. And that's a ramp that opens up and then you can fold it and put it away.
It's so interesting, some of these points that you brought up that I would never consider. For example, when I think of 1 step, it seems as if something like that to be so much of a barrier to keep someone perhaps lonely and isolated for months at a time, when there is a solution that you're able to provide for them, as well as making sure it's fireproof. Because I'm envisioning it like a piece of wood that you're going to just, slap against that first step to get a wheelchair up or down. That's probably one of the most dangerous things for many reasons that you can do. So just making sure that people understand you really need to have these considerations for a variety of safety purposes is so important.
Yes. Until you actually need a ramp, I don't really think that people think too much about it. And most people do think that, well, just, we'll throw something up there and it'll work out. But there is a lot of considerations that you have to take in, that you have to think about to make it be safe and accessible.
Is there anything else outside of the home that you wanted to talk about, or should we move to inside of the home?
Well, I can just mention that 2 other products that might be helpful outside of the home if you can't fit a ramp. One product I really like is an outdoor stair lift. So if the person can transfer out of a wheelchair or get into a seat, that's something that they can ride up and down. And sometimes people have a lot of steps and they don't have a room for a long ramp. So that is a great product that people don't usually think about for the outside of the home. Mm-hmm. And then railings. Sometimes people just need a little stability, something to hold on to. So installing a railing on steps that don't have it, or installing a railing on the other side can greatly help people be stable and reduce those chances of falling.
And I also like how you're able to make these changes and home modifications really dependent on the home as well as the individual needs of someone, and be able to take all of that into consideration and provide what you think the best plan would be.
Yes, that's actually what we do every day. And You're very correct. We do, look at the needs of each specific person and each specific home and really try to see what will work.
Would you prefer to age independently in your own home or live in a nursing facility? I know what I'd rather do. Friends Life Care membership offers just that. Plan today for a future lived at home with vitality, independence, growth, and resilience while protecting your savings. Learn about your options at a free seminar or webinar. Register at friendslifecare.org/register or call 215-628-8964. Welcome back to Honestly Aging by VigRHealth, where today I'm joined by certified aging in place specialist Kristin Swanick to discuss topics related to accessibility, aging in place, and home modifications. So how about inside of the home? What are some modifications that could be done there to help with aging in place?
And again, there's many things that you could do to get your home ready to age in place. But some of the common home modifications that you can add, a big one is an indoor stair lift. So an indoor stair lift really helps somebody get from one floor to the next with ease. And that's a biggie. Again, steps really do become a challenge. Some other things that we do inside the home for stability that can be done anywhere in the home is we can add grab bars and SuperPoles and a lift chair. And grab bars are poles that can be people put them horizontal or vertical. It really depends on, what their need is. And they range in different sizes. And they can be put in a kitchen or by a chair or by a front door, really anywhere to give someone a little support. And a SuperPole is a pole that actually connects to the ceiling, to the floor. It's a horizontal pole and it has a couple grab bars on it. So sometimes people install that when they can't access a wall or if there's not a wall close by. If you have a favorite chair, you can put a SuperPole in and that'll help help them get up off their chair if they need that. So that's an interesting product. Also, anywhere in the home, a good idea is a lift chair. If people are having trouble getting up and down, a lift chair is a recliner that helps people get from sitting to standing with a touch of a button. So those are all good ideas that really can go anywhere. The other area in the house that people really want to be safe and independent is a bathroom. That's a biggie. So in a bathroom, some of the common modifications that you can do is an ADA toilet. That's a toilet that might be a little bit higher. It's helpful for some people. And toilet support arms. Those are just like some arms that go around the toilet that help people get up and down. And grab bars in the bathroom is big. You can put them at different locations, by the toilet or by the shower, by the tub, in the tub, maybe on a back wall. And that really helps people find some stability as well.
Now, let's say an individual has understood and accepted, yes, I do need to make some home modifications so that I can be safer, more comfortable, and more independent in my home. What should they look for when hiring a professional?
Well, when hiring a professional, you should always make sure that they're licensed and certified and make sure you get those numbers and see that license. That's very important. Pick somebody who is a certified aging in place specialist. That's called CAP certified. And check references and reviews. You can do this by going on Google, on the person's website, and by asking for them personally. I would definitely check how many years of experience that company has. Usually, the more years of experience shows that it is a more stable company. And lastly, I would say that a dedicated accessibility company would be best, meaning that it's a company that really just does accessibility products. And this is important because these companies, such as Amramp, really do understand the challenges that people are going through as they age or if they have a disability. So I would kind of focus on people that do that commonly or every day.
Right. Individuals who are doing this day in, day out, they're used to seeing these types of challenges that individuals are facing and being able to offer perhaps a few different choices. And it's most likely something that you've either seen before or have seen something close to, so that you'll be able to problem solve an individual's personal needs.
Those are all great points. Yes, absolutely.
So it sounds like some of these modifications can take a bit more planning as well as getting a professional involved. Are there changes individuals can make more immediately to help their homes be more safer and accessible?
Yes. So there's some things that you can do every day. If you're ever in somebody who's an older adult or an aging parent, look around and see how easily you can maybe implement some of these things. Number one, remove throw rugs. I just took a throw rug out of my mom's house that's been there forever. She's definitely was more worried about her cream color rug getting dirty, but I finally won that battle, and
Congratulations.
Yeah. Keep pathways clear. Check for power cords and oxygen tubing and make sure they're kind of out of the way. Mm-hmm. That's important. Put some light. Older people sometimes start to have some trouble seeing. So add more light than they have. Add some night lights at different spots throughout the house. And during the day, open the drapes and get some natural light. This will really help. I also if you're not ready for a ramp or an accessibility product, something easy you can do on a step is put the blue painter's tape on the edge of the step so you can see that edge better. So when you see it, you know to step up or you're not going to trip over it. So that's a really good, easy thing that you can do. And of course, something that's important is to try to keep moving and strengthen the muscle that you have. So, walking safely or with somebody else is good. And there is things that you could do, such as chair yoga and just some sitting knee lifts, things like that can help people keep their strength. So, that's important too.
I am a firm believer in keeping the body moving, and a body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. So I'm a huge proponent of that. And I also just love how you're talking about the power cords, because I can't tell you how many homes I walk into and there's cords everywhere, and that could be a hazard for anyone, whether you have mobility challenges or you're healthy as can be at 25 years old. Anybody could have a fall over that, and it could really cause some serious damage. So that's really an excellent consideration.
Yes, it really is. To move those cords, and if someone can run an extension cord behind something, just to kind of get them out of the way. Extension cords, any kind of clutter, move it, help reduce those falls.
Yes. So, Kristin, thinking of solo agers, what might be some home accessibility considerations that you could recommend to this audience?
So solo agers is, a pretty big population currently, and they're only expected, that segment is only expected to grow. And this is a group that, usually is 65 and older, doesn't have any kin. The one good thing is that everything that we talked about here today, all the accessibility products and things that you can add to your home are great for solo agers. They'll be able to use all those products on their own without any help. Oh, wow. And they would be very helpful. One of the biggest things that I could recommend for solo agers is to really prepare early and learn about the services and the products that are out there to help you age in place successfully, and start putting some of those easier things maybe in place first and, work your way through it. But since you're going to be alone, that planning ahead is really going to be paramount.
Right. Don't wait for a crisis. Plan ahead and understand your options. And also it gives time for that acceptance, time to understand that we're all growing older. There are going to be changes. However, there is a lot of support to help us all be more independent and safe in our homes.
All great points. Yes, agree 100%. Mm-hmm.
Well, Kristin, is there anything else before I let you go that you want to impart on our audience about aging in place, home modifications, mobility?
I think that we covered, a lot of good things and a lot of good ideas. I just really think, find out what services and products that are available, and plan early, think about things early. Again, that's, the best way to go to stay safe and independent so you can successfully age in place.
Kristin, thank you for generously sharing all of your knowledge about accessibility, aging in place, and home modifications with us. I think we all have a to-do list to start working on. Me first will be my power cords in my office.
That's a good start.
Thank you for listening to Honestly Aging by VigRHealth. You can find links and show notes from this episode on our website at friendslifecare.org/podcast. Thank you to Kristin Swanick for joining us today. You can find Kristin on LinkedIn and learn more about Amramp at amramp.com. Links to both, as well as a home safety checklist provided by Kristin and Amramp, can be found in the show notes. If you like our show, please rate, review, subscribe, and join us next time. To learn more about aging with vitality, independence, growth, and resilience, subscribe to our blog at friendslifecare.org/blog.